Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 16th to the 22nd. This is for Taurus, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I don't know why I said that in a sing-songy voice, but I did. I also use astrology and my guides to bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific with your reading. Taurus, the reason I do this is because I love you and I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. And secondly, astrology has been around for thousands of years, and that's why tarot cards are, they're linked together. Every tarot card has an astrological element or a ruling planet, and so we get really deep when we combine them both. And as we know, they both align with the tree of life. So let's get started to see what's going on for you, Taurus. I have to say, by the way, this week for you, Taurus, like, it's going to be a big week. It's going to be actually a huge week. As you know, Mercury is finally going direct on Wednesday, and Mars went direct last week, okay? And this Sunday, Uranus is going direct. So if you saw my weekly overview, my overview for 2023 for your year ahead, you'll know that I said New Year's 2023 doesn't actually even start until this week. This is the week where, boom, things are going to move, and you're going to be very excited because Mars was in Gemini in your second house of salary, okay, when it was retrograde. So, boom. All right. Now that we have a new moon in Aquarius, we're entering Aquarius season at the end of this weekend. That is your 10th house. All right, of career. All right, so we are going to see a lot of movement in your career starting this week. And if you're not here for career, just things that you're passionate about, all right? Things that you're passionate about. And, because the second house also rules values, okay? And that's a big thing for you, Taurus, huge thing for you. And lastly, a message coming through. Did y'all travel? Some of y'all traveled. Some of y'all went on trips, or you're planning trips, and that's going to bring a lot of really good moments of clarity, just clearing your mind, having those moments to, travel is a force of good, right? And we learn a lot about ourselves, and we take that time to really just, when we're removed from the places where we live, just to have that, insight into our lives. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to start doing your reading, Taurus. Like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It is what my clients prefer. If you want to book a private reading, you know where to find me. Secondly, Taurus, I love you so much. This is your year. Again, if you saw my year ahead, Jupiter is going into your sign in May. All right, so you will have the best year that you've had in the past 12 years, since 2011. Out of all the signs, you are going to have the most luck. You're going to have the most growth. You're going to have the most expansion and good fortune. I'm very excited for you. Now, looking at your spread, this is a very powerful week for you. This is a very significant week for you, Taurus. Very significant week, okay? You see that you have, other than the Seven of Cups, like all court cards and all major arcanas, and you're on the brink of change, new beginning. Just wait for it. It's coming. And even, it's so funny because I always meditate a little bit before each and that's the main thing that came up, is like, oh my goodness, Taurus they're gonna go through some big change this week, and it's all right here. Now let's get started. You got the King of Cups, okay? You got the King of Cups in your past. King of Cups, listen, we love the King of Cups. This is someone who is, is so loving, right? So loving. He's sitting in that throne. The throne is on top of water. That's how emotionally stable he is. There's so much fish here, a lot of creativity. But listen, he is a king that leads with his heart, all right? And so a lot of love to give. There's, Taurus, it's almost like you reached a point, it probably happened over the new year, where you had resolutions, maybe even subconsciously, if you don't do resolutions, was just thinking, how do I improve my life this year? What's going, I don't think there have been ups and downs for y'all, but y'all are in a place that it looks like, you're very emotionally stable now. All right. You found that balance, and, that's really great. I love that for you. Look where it goes to the Fool. Okay. In the heart of your spread. This is, when I say new beginnings, this is new beginnings. I mean, we're really, okay, first of all, zero, right? What's zero? Zero is nothing. But then when you think about it, what's nothing? Nothing is everything. This is infinite possibilities here. All right. Starting a new journey. Okay. Listen, you have full abundance of the sun. The sun is a very powerful symbol, but also standing on the edge of the cliff, no care in the world, right? Long hair, no care. This is awesome because it's saying, take that leap of faith. All right. Some of y'all want to leave things in the past and start these new beginnings, okay? And when I say new beginnings, hey, it can be physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all of it too, all right? It can in your physical reality. Listen, this is so good. Listen, when also, I want to point something out. Obviously, the Fool, right? The Fool, because there's a lot of innocence to this card. There's a lot of joy with this card, okay? A lot of opportunity here. But at the same time, I want you to think of the Fool. I want you to see it as Full as well, okay? Because this card is fullness of life. We are looking and seeking that enlightenment to have our life fulfilled. All right, that's my third play on this word. Anyway, who am I? Let's go ahead and keep going. You got the world. I love this. However, you got the world in your challenge area. Y'all need to listen, Taurus. Some of the things you need to let go of some of the things in the past. It's almost like some of y'all are afraid to move into this new beginning. Okay, now there is going to be this new beginning that happens, and obviously we always have to take action toward it, but sometimes a lot of these new changes in our lives out of our control, right? But it's a good time to accept it. All right, now you see the world, you see the four fixed signs in the corners of the world here. You're here, Taurus. All right, this is stability. Like, this is the end of the major arcana. You see that in the heart of your spread. We're starting it off with zero. Now we're ending with the world, which is at the end of the major arcanas. Okay, it's in your challenge area, so go into this new beginning. It's going to be so good for you. And don't doubt yourself. Don't have any fear. Don't have any fear. You're protected. Things are really good. Like I said, come on. Things are, all those planets that were retrograde, finally they're direct. Things will be great. I want you to be excited about moving forward, okay? The reason I bring that up is because you did get the Tower in your crown. So a lot of y'all are still thinking about something that could have happened recently that was chaotic, you didn't see coming, it was very unexpected. But listen, the Tower moment, it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. I want you to know that, okay? This is, listen, if you think about, you see the lightning strike here. First of all, every card has hope in it, right? There's no like bad card. If there was one, people perceive this as bad because A, people don't like surprises, B, people don't like change, but Tower is actually one of the best cards in tarot. All right, it's one of the best cards in tarot. All right, the lightning strike, what is in the tree of life? Okay, it is the lightning, right? It is the flashing sword. Listen, these people who are falling, they're falling to the earth, so it's almost like being grounded. Okay, so there's something that happened in your life that was actually meant to happen, but some of y'all are still affected by it, impacted by it. It's fine. Listen, it's fine to feel angry. It's fine to feel, upset. It's fine to feel, guilt or loss or any of those emotions. Listen, we're human beings, right? We have emotions, okay? It's a reason why we weren't built as robots. But I want you to remember, listen, emotions. Break it down. Let's go back to the etymology of it, okay? In Latin, emotere, all right? And so what that actually means is energy in motion, all right? So looking at your spread here, the reason I bring this up is because emotions are neutral. It is the action that you take toward these emotions that actually put them in motion. Remember, energy in motion, and you want to use the highest energy levels, all right? We all vibrate at a certain frequency, all right? So it's that output, all right? So if this is going on in your head, if there's something major that happened that was unexpected and you saw it unfavorably, you can see that it's time to look at it as something. And, you know, a message, you know, listen, uh, whatever this challenge was, it's one of those moments where a week down the line, even, you know, at the end of this week, maybe next month, you'll have that moment where you'll realize, actually, that was really good for me. I actually needed that. All right, because now I have clarity. Now I can move forward. Now I see what, you know, my path is. All right, so I want you to know that, and I want you to be ready to enter this new new beginning. Now, you did get the Seven of Cups in the root of your spread. This is indicating that, listen, Taurus, there is some of y'all have some options. Okay, some of y'all have options this week. There will be options for you this week, and for some of y'all, one big message coming through is something that happened that you wasn't exactly what you thought it would be. A lot of that will be because Mercury retrograde. It really does have that kind of effect. But I want you to know, when you have the Seven of Cups here in the root of your spread, looking at your entire spread here, there is going to be a moment where you can't. It's almost like you don't know what you want. Does that make any sense? Like, you're a little bit confused. All right, and it's fine. Listen, this is the card of illusion and delusion. But one thing that I want you to do is just focus on that one thing that you want. Okay, focus on that one thing that's going to help the most. Focus on the one thing that you want and put all your energy toward it. All right. And then, all right, you can bring other things in, okay? Just have that, like, just be not even focused, but like laser focused, all right? And when I say all that energy, put all that energy toward it, because look, you got the Fool in the heart of your spread. I'm like, there's going to be a new journey. You're going to be on this new journey, all right? And it's a very auspicious one. Now, you did get the Queen of Swords. And I love that you did get the Queen of Swords, okay? Because this is in your future. And the Queen of Swords, you can see, she is a queen that leads with her head, not her heart. This is someone who is very, you know, logical. She's very, sensible, very intelligent, very clever, very honest, okay? Very patient. But also, listen, head above the clouds, all right, able to make clear decisions. She's almost like the Justice card, okay, very close to that. You don't see any water here, right? So when I say she's leading with her head, not her heart, it's almost like really just being cerebral at this time and not letting your emotions dictate, you know, your future. And so that's why I love that the Queen of Swords is in your future, okay? Because it's just really being in that headspace, being able to make the decisions, having that power in your hands. You are going to be fine. I love this, Taurus. Now, let's get to your staff. Taurus, hey, if you like my reading, hey, you know what to do. I also, I love reading your comments. And like I always say, if you're not a commenter, if you never know what to say, I love emojis. I love random emojis. They always put a smile on my face. And if you're a subscriber, you know I love you. Thank you so much for being here with me every week. You really make my day. Now, Taurus, listen, you are in a headspace. I'm not surprised. You have Jupiter in your, Jupiter in Aries right now up until May is in your 12th house, okay? And that is a subconscious, and that is really going deep, okay? Into your past, and rooting like hidden enemies. I mean, there's a lot. It's very up here, all right? So you could have these moments where there's just so much going on in your head, and of course with the Tower in your crown, that says a lot. But listen, you have the Page of Pentacles, okay? So hello, you got the Fool and the Page of Pentacles. You do want this new beginning, all right? You do want this new journey. It's, you know, and Taurus, listen, you're an earth sign. This is going to resonate with you because he's very Taurus. He is so Taurus. Pages are earthbound. Pentacles are earthbound. He is Taurus. All right. So what's really loving about this your reading is that he spends his time and energy learning new things, right? Learning new things, and he's so compelled by this pentacle. He really wants to bring this newness into his life, eventually becoming the king of pentacles. All about that abundance. But this is indicating you do want this new journey. You do want something new. All right. And for some of y'all, it will be relationships. A lot of y'all, it'll be career. A lot of y'all, it's just going to be this new life path, okay? New home. Listen, you got the Ten of Swords in your external influences area. This is really great, okay? I know it's a grim-looking card, but this is just saying that you've been going through it, all right? You've gone through it, and some of y'all still are going through it, okay? You see the swords in his back, all right? It's it's not a good sign, but it's indicating is that you've gone through, you've had moments, all right, moments of stress and doubt and burnout and even possibly betrayal, and people that you thought you could depend on, they weren't there for you anymore. I mean, there's a lot that's happening here, but the one big takeaway is 10 is the end, okay, of the suit. Secondly, this is the card of the new dawn, okay? So what does that mean? Sky's black, but it's dawn, so the dark sky's clearing to let the sun come through. So this is actually an auspicious card, all right? This is saying that you are definitely like at that point where you feel like you've reached the I can't go any further than this. Things are just a little bit crazy. And if again, this isn't going to resonate for all Taurus, and it's going to resonate in certain aspects of your life, okay? And then another message that's coming through is scale, all right? Not as in balance, but as in think of it as in for some Taurus, that feeling of being beat down and burnout and stress and all that. Some of y'all it's going to be a 2 out of 10. Some of y'all it's going to be a 10 out of 10. But again, remember, new dawn. This is like rebirth energy, because listen, he didn't show up, but the Hierophant is you. It is ruled by Taurus, right? That deep sacred knowledge, right? His hand gesture, look at it. It's in the same hand gesture as the Hierophant, all right? So that's a really good sign. You have two Taurus. I mean, you're getting your cards. But this is saying all of that's coming to the end. What happens when this comes to the end? This is rebirth energy, okay? Regeneration. So there is absolutely something new coming through. Something very new coming through. Big energy is career and your passions. Now, you also got the Queen of Cups, okay? I love this. You got the pair. You got the King and the Queen of Cups, emotions. Listen, Queen of Cups, unlike the Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups is someone who leads with her heart. She's so loving. I call her the Princess Diana of Tarot. But the fact that she showed up, you just want to be emotionally fulfilled in a way that's, the King of Cups, the energy is more external, right? His powers are external. The Queen of Cups is very internal. So there's a lot of you have that love for others, but what's lacking is that self-love. I want you to love yourself a little bit more, all right? I want you to love yourself a lot more, actually. Now, you did get the 8 of Swords in your final outcome. And again, listen, the fact that Jupiter is in your 12th house, the subconscious, listen, she's blindfolded, she's bound, she surrounded herself by swords. It's a way to protect herself. Okay, the swords are mental suit, right? It represents what's going on up here. She thinks she's protected herself, but she actually built a prison. Okay, so this is you becoming like a prisoner of her thoughts. But one thing I want you to see is that her feet are loose. You can get out of this. Okay, this is almost and this is in your final outcome. So there could be a moment of just psychological warfare, just so much going on in your head, all right? So much happening up there, but you did get the 10 of Swords in your external factors area. Something's coming through to take you out of that and push you into this new beginning. Remember, you have the Queen of Swords as well. So, yeah, and there you go, clarified. Page of Wands, this is your second page. Just expect a new beginning. Expect a new beginning. And again, everything, if you've been going through stress, and if you've been going through, just uh really a big keyword coming up is self-sabotage. Okay, I want you to have that self-love. I want you to trust that you're on this path for a new journey, this new beginning, clear as day here, and it's something that you actually want too. That's going to help you feel emotionally like balanced, and just on top of it, and you're fine. You're fine. You're definitely having, this is going to be a big week for you. A lot going on in your head, but Page of Wands clarifying, the Eight of Swords, you got the Page of Pentacles here, and again in the heart of your spread, the Fool. So really accept this new path. All right, accept this new path, this new journey. It's meant for you. It's completely meant for you. I love the Page of Wands. I mean, listen, such a dreamer here, such a dreamer, Taurus, and he ushers in that new change, that new opportunity with career, okay, and with your passions as well. This is really, really great. It's the big takeaway. There's a new journey, okay, that you're going on. All right, whether some Tauruses know about it, that you want it, and it's all that you want is to go on this new journey. Okay, again, in any aspect of your life. Some of y'all are not ready for it yet, so take that time, just really, really going deep. And when you go deep, when you go into your subconscious, when you meditate, when you have those moments when you're thinking about what your next step are, when you go deep, unroot things, okay? Unroot those things that are holding you back. Unroot those things that you don't need taking with you into 2023. But get excited for this new journey. That's really, come on. The Fool, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, 10, Sword. I mean, like, you have something new coming through, and it's very auspicious, Taurus. I love you so much. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you next week.